Hello, Bruce Bell here, Nevada City, California. Today I'm going to share with you a special offer where you can experience a long-distance energy healing, pay by donation for a limited time. Stay with me through the end of this presentation and I will tell you how you can register for this. But first, I must tell you about this healing technique that I have developed over many years of practice, the BioMatrix Coherency Healing Mindset Reset. Let me ask you, do you have more brain fog than usual? Decreased vitality? Do you have pain that is sapping your energy? Are you a person who is seeing your purpose slowly fade away? As with all life on planet, the interaction between your physical body is directly connected to the health of your energy body. Your energy body, better described as bodies, include intuition, feelings, emotions, thoughts about yourself, thoughts about others, your relationship between the two, also your passions and your purpose and spirit. These are all energetic aspects in our existence, in our 3D world, and these energies all have different vibrations. So if you were to take all these different vibrations and throw them into a pot of water and heat up the water, you would have holy hell. I say holy because all the aspects are sacred, but if they're not working together in harmony, or they are not in coherency with each other, then we suffer on the material plane in our bodies. But when all the aspects are connected, well, it's a beautiful experience. We feel more alive. We see more clearly. We have thoughts that are beyond our limited beliefs. We are more creative. We're inspired. And that's what the BioMatrix Coherency Healing Mindset Reset does. Brings coherency between the separated parts of ourselves and unites them as a whole. There is another word that should probably be added to the name of this healing, which is tensegral, from the word tensegrity. Tensegrity is tension plus integrity. Everything is in tension and everything is integral to each other. And now the word intention both has a psychological definition and a physical definition. My intention today is to inform you with the best of my abilities about the benefits of energy healing and how it can transform your life. Yet physically, how your body moves, how the cells move, how your internal fluids move, well, they are also always in tension. And our physical health depends on them to bring harmony with each other. So when we bring coherency to our energy bodies with our intention, our thoughts, and establish coherency with the energy body into the physical body, we shift the actual tensional pressures in our body and we function at a higher order of expression. I will show you how to do this so that not only you could do it, but you could do it for others. The choreographed sequence of this technique was taught at, and still is taught at, the Barbara Brennan School of Healing. It's a 4-year energy healing, life-transforming program. It is the most thorough and extensive program in its kind. And blessings to Barbara for sharing this work. And thank you for those who are continuing the school after she has passed away. It's still great work. The technique was called a chelation. The root of chelation means to bind. In respects to this work, it connects, binds spirit to matter. It is a chakra-based system, energy vortexes of different vibrations from low frequencies to higher frequencies, which influence and connect to different nerve plexus in your body. They progress from the lower frequencies to the higher frequencies up the spine. You ascend the ladder of evolutionary manifestation of consciousness in our experiential world. Energy, in order to manifest, has space and form. And shape and form have geometry. The more complex geometry, the higher the frequencies of the vibrations. And the higher frequencies bring better functional order to the lower frequencies. Now here's a really important piece. The creative geometry of life, the underlying geometry of the structure of our cells, as stated in the new science of biotensegrity, the geometrical form of our living biology, the one that brings coherency and proper tensional relationship to all the individual parts, that creates an integral relationship with each other, is the shape of the regular polyhedron called the icosahedron. 6 struts, 12 vertices, 30 edges, 20 triangular faces, and it looks like this. 6 struts, front, back, left, right, up, down, tensional lines holding it together. Pull it apart, it comes back together. Press it in, it comes back to its original form. If I move one point here, every point in the whole body of the icosahedron moves. Sacred geometry defines this also as the shape of water, so that if I do press it down and collapse it, and you could see other geometries forming, I let it go and it bounces back to its original form. So how does that relate to the chakras? Well, first you need to know that chakras are not things. They are part of the living biological web of life, just like a cell or the body, perfect in its creation. But if you smoke and drink and put lots of toxins in your body, chances are you're going to wear down and have less vitality. Let's imagine for a moment this ico-energetic ball of life is compressed and one of the struts or bands breaks. If I were to hold that like that, I now have lost buoyancy and the ability to bounce back. And in the 3D world, if I wrap a cloth around it or a band-aid, I could create a little bit more buoyancy, yet it'll never return to its actual buoyant shape, just a band-aid. But what if I could actually return it to its original buoyant shape? Not just a band-aid, but to tap into the always emerging evolutionary consciousness of life. I believe that is what we do in energy healing. When we are able to integrally connect the subtle vibrational field of the chakras, the ascending levels of consciousness, all levels of energetic connections, all levels of the fascial tissues, the body, into alignment with their original buoyant form, what happens? We become more coherent. Each individual aspect performs its evolutionary task and is synergistically united with all parts to create a united whole that exponentially functions way beyond the amalgam of separate parts. If you tell me I feel good, or you better describe it as I have a lot of energy, or even a deeper description, I feel a vibration vibrating through my whole body, you are expressing the material expression of evolution. You are experiencing the release of feel-good neuropeptides in your body. And you are activating the cerebral spinal fluids in your brain that carry the evolutionary advanced neuropeptides and hormones throughout your body, bringing a charge of higher frequency into your fascial tissues, nourishing yourself with higher order influencing vibrations, higher levels of information that are brought into coherency and change the way you feel, the way you think, the way you create, and even the way you walk down the street. The wholeness of your body becomes more buoyant. So let's take the next step together. How do we create this experience? For me, the biggest challenge was always how to connect the physical body with these higher frequencies. I recently did a video on how I came about this integration into my healing work, and I will put the link in the comments below. What I have done is to combine the Chelation technique with self-regulation of my own body, my breath, my movement, influenced by yoga and continuum movement, and map the chakras into a united, coherent geometry, a tensegrity, and in doing this, and this is the most important part, the big revelation, at the pace, the speed where the body can assimilate these energies. It's very simple. The participant lies down in a comfortable position. I have a small but not quite fully filled vinyl ball that I place over a blanket. Not too hard, not too soft. I imagine I place the ball over the body or over the chakras, one at a time, from the root chakra to the point above the head, and I map. I usually talk you through this process, but it's a little bit like Yoga Nidra. It allows one just to follow and keeps the focusing on journey through all the layers of the energy field, step by step, leaving no point left behind, yet not getting diverted with thoughts that can stop the flow. Pressing, pushing, pulling at the same time, as if you could almost move the skin. Allow the breath to fill you. Allow your focus to come to the root of the root chakra. As you exhale, the pelvic floor slightly lifts and brings energy up into the body, and you direct that energy to the point in front of you as far as you are comfortable, and only as far as you can go, and stay connected to it so that you could bring it back to center. Bring it back to center and send it to the back in equal distance as it was to the front. Bring it to the center and pause. Allow a gathering of renewed energy to fill your body, and now move it to the right. And listen, and back to center, and connect with who you are working with, and to the left. Delicate as it returns back to center. Reading the subtle feelings in your own body. You go front, back, right, left, back, front, left, right, and then the diagonals. And whoo! And it all balances itself out. Ooh, becomes a coherent whole, a coherent sphere of energies interacting with each other. Here is another level of perception to this potentially cosmic experience meditation. Movement is a wave, and a creative wave of motion in a 3D experience is an octave wave. It has a beginning, middle, and end, and the accumulation or dissipation of the pressures that constitute the wave. As they do in an octave wave, you feel them enlarge, you feel them contract, but it has a pacing so that you know how far it might go, and you know how far and how fast it wants to come back in. And you can stay connected to these energies of the moving, healing energies, and that's what influences the other. In the mapping meditation, we dance together. A very different dance, but definitely a partnering. We both experience the subtle shifts and shapes in the bodies, the sense of space, areas that are easier to open, others that are not so easy, and the whole journey in between. And at the end of each sequence, we Om, expanding the energy circumferentially towards outwards 360 degrees. There's one last important element to be aware in this multidimensional experience. When we go to the edge of the outward expansion, we bring back, when we come back to center, we bring back electromagnetic energies and convert it into BioScaler waves. Scalar energy cannot be measured. It is not electromagnetic. It exists in a different plane. It contains the energy of perfect form. And with our intention, we direct it to areas where there has been a loss of buoyancy. And the scalar energy converts back into the electromagnetic energy, this time as the perfect form, directed by the clarity and perception of the transmitter and receiver. As we map, we are creating a field of bioscalar energy, coherent energy, which replenishes and nourishes our body, mind, and souls in all levels of existence. So that's it. A chelation, connecting energy to the body, mapping step by step, bringing awareness to all levels of the field in all directions in all space. Tensegral living geometry, offering the perfect template to renew buoyancy, and scalar energy creation to bring perfect order back into form. So for a short time, I'm offering a limited number of these first serve BioMatrix Tensegral Coherency Mind Body Reset Long Distance Healings. What a mouthful. Comment below and I will send you the registration. If there are no more spaces, I will let you know when I do plan to do it again. Hope to see you. Blessings to you all. Thank you.